Welcome back, Connect family. We have the pleasure of interviewing today Ali French and Erica Stein, who are experts in integrative nutritional health coaching. They have built a remarkable podcast with more than 260 episodes. They feature experts in the health and wellness space. So today we are diving into their journey, Amanda, and discovering some of their favorite tips and insights to keep you healthy. So let's get started. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Hi, thanks for having us.
We're so excited to learn from you. Throughout your 4-year podcast journey, what are some key strategies you've employed to consistently produce engaging content and keep your audience coming back for more?
Yeah, thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to be here. And, doing this podcast has taught Ali and I so much. And it's really a huge passion of ours. And I think a big part in the consistency for us is our mission and our why, right? So we're really passionate about telling these courageous stories in wellness. And our definition of wellness is pretty broad, right? We focus on physical, emotional, spiritual wellness, all different kinds. So there's something for everyone. But it's really about making sure people don't feel alone. And when you hear these courageous stories in wellness, you realize that you're not alone in your journey. And so I think our why and our mission is a big part in what started the show and also what keeps us being so consistent.
Well, I love that. I love your mission and I love your why. And ladies, with over 260 episodes under your belt, what are the top 3 lessons or takeaways you've learned from interviewing experts in the health and wellness industry that have personally impacted your own well-being?
I would say, Erica and I talk about this sometimes because we have such a diverse group of people on the show on all different topics. But one thing that really stands out, the first thing I should say that really stands out to us is most people that we interview have some sort of consistent practice in their life. Perhaps that's a mindfulness practice or a spiritual practice, or perhaps they just take a few minutes every morning to be alone with themselves or meditate. There's some sort of consistent practice that most really successful people in whatever their field do. That's something that we've found as a consistent through line. I'd say the second thing to take away that's really impacted, I think, both of our own health journeys is that number one, stress management kind of over everything. Even the way we digest our food is affected by how we're dealing with stress in the body. So of course, nutrition, movement, all of these things are important for an overall health. And stories in life are not linear, and people's journeys are not linear. And oftentimes we as storytellers present them in a linear way, but to really understand that not giving up on yourself, keep going, and understand that life isn't linear as far as our trajectories go and even our health journeys.
So many people are using the platform as a marketing tool and to expand their reach. What are the business benefits that you've seen just by being in the realm?
Yeah, so many of our guests who have come on our show have, of course, told us that, after sharing their journeys, a lot of people come on our show because they're promoting, a new project. We have a lot of authors come on our show talking about different books, different entrepreneurs. It's a pretty diverse group of people we have on our show. But I think, we have a global audience. We have a global audience that spans many countries across the United States. And so I think it's really about getting your message and your story out. And then if people resonate, they'll go to your website, they'll buy your book, they might purchase a coaching service. So it is a great tool, I think, for marketing to, share your story on a show. But of course, I think for us, everything goes back to the why, because we get pitched so many different types of people. So many people want to come on our show. And it's really about that authentic integrity that people are sharing. That we want to share with our audience as well.
As a health and wellness enthusiast yourselves, what are some of your most practical and effective wellness tips that you've learned from your guests, or that y'all have implemented in your own lives?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think for me, we are, as you mentioned earlier, both integrative nutrition health coaches. And one thing is from a health perspective, kind of across the board, I see is blood sugar balance, really understanding how to maximize our energy over the course of the day and how that can really be a health benefit long-term. So that's something that I always prioritize in my day-to-day, really having meals that will fuel me so that I'm cognitively functioning in an optimal way, and also have physical energy that I want to really get through my day and do continue the work that we're doing. So that's mine, I would say.
Consuming wellness related content from different sources, and how do you navigate the sea of information to provide accurate and trustworthy insights for your audience?
Yeah, that's a really great question, because there is so much noise on the internet. And I think especially in the wellness space, it's really hard to decipher what is, quote, right for you or right for me. It might be different. And I think that's exactly that. I personally love consuming podcasts. I listen to a ton of podcasts, but I think it's really important to go into it with the mindset that we're all bio-individual. So what is working for one influencer or one creator or one guest on the show, it might not work for you, and that's okay. And so I think really going into listening to episodes or the influencers you follow online, knowing that some things are going to work for you, some things aren't, and that's okay, because we are all bio-individual people. And something I really appreciate about our podcast and show is we have such a diverse group of guests. And of course, we really vet everyone who comes on our show in terms of making sure it's something that will add value to our audience. But we really want to present a wide variety of topics so that our audience can really take pieces of what works and leave what doesn't.
Ali and Erica, thank you both so very much for joining us today and sharing your expertise on integrative nutritional health coaching. We look forward to gaining valuable insights from your experiences and discovering more about your favorite wellness tips and guests. So please tell us again, how can we and our viewers tune in to your podcast and keep up with the both of you?
Yes, we are on all podcast platforms. You can find Courageous Wellness is our show. We are at courageouswellness.net, which links to our social media as well, which we're mostly active on Instagram. You can find us over there, send us a DM. And on our website, we also, in addition to, of course, having all of our links to the shows, and show notes, we also have our services as well, our integrative nutrition health coaching. So reach out if you're interested. And we also do 30-minute consults for free if anybody's interested in coaching as well.
So thank you, Erica and Ali. We had so much fun with you guys. We've learned a lot, and I cannot wait to connect with you and our audience as well. Hit them up. They have every way imaginable to connect. So thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Well, we are loving all this girl boss magic, and we hope that you also have enjoyed the show. We will see you right back here next week on the Connect Network TV. And if you are ready to feature your own business and brand on TV, just head on over to our website. Get registered at theconnectonline.com. We'll see you next week.
Bye.